Guys, this is Nuclear Aphrodite. Welcome back to my channel once again. Hope you're doing well today. I'll be flying the MiG-21 of the Croatian Air Force in a beautiful gray and white Croatian Air Force livery, and we'll be telling the viewers how the radar is operated of this aircraft. But before this, we have to press the SAU recovery to align this aircraft horizontally, and then go to the radar operations. Here we are in the Caucasus map, and I have MiG-21s and MI8s in front of me. We'll try to lock them, and before we do so, we'll unpause the aircraft. We'll unpause simulator, press the SAU mode, and we will turn on the throttle to an extent that we need it. Now the first thing we see over here is the radar screen. The radar screen has come up. It has its gimbal limits. These are the gimbal limits. This is the radar electro-optical display. The green lights that appear over here are the clutters that the radar is picking up, which needs to be changed from this radar countermeasure panel. Now before we do so, we'll tell the viewers how the radar is turned on. The radar has this button right over here. If it is downwards completely, the radar is off. If the button is in the middle, the radar is in standby mode. If the button is upwards, the radar is turned on. So right now the button is upwards, the radar is turned on. So we'll try to turn it off. Now we'll try to put it in a standby mode, which is this, and we have turned it on, and the radar screen has come up. The next thing is the ground low altitude clutter. If I turn this on, the clutters on the ground, they will just vanish. And if I press this button, weather interference, as you can see, the clutters that the aircraft is picking up is from the clouds. Now if I want to remove this, I'll have to press this weather clutter button from the radar countermeasure panel, and the clutters are going to vanish. Now we'll have to wait for the further instructions, as we have an AI instructor who is guiding us all the way in this simulator. We have to wait for the instructions. Next, as I have mentioned, that this button over here interferes with the radar's clutters and removes all the clutters. Even though the button is on, still there are clutters that are present on the radar dial screen. Now if I press this button, as the AI instructing me, all the clutters will appear, because this button resets the radar operations mode. Then we'll have to wait for further instructions from the AI. Now as you can see, the AI says that apart from METO jams, you will often see ground clutter looking similar to METO clutter. Whenever you fly below 4,000 meters or point your nose far down while the radar is on, you will see ground clutter. The RP22SM has a filter. The RP22SM is the name of the radar. The RP22SM has a filter to clear out this clutter to some extent, and we are going to use that filter, which is already turned on right over here. So we have turned on the clutter. The highlighted switch is controlling low altitude filter S3 position, off, down, filter on in the middle, low altitude, up. When you have occasional clutter due to terrain, use filter on to clear position on the radar screen. However, when your altitude is low, use low altitude mode to tilt the radar antenna up slightly. This will clear most of the clutter, but you will be able to see the targets that are flying higher than you. Alright, let's put this in the middle. Okay guys, now as you see, as I've just turned on the weather clutter button, and this one, there are targets that have appeared on the radar screen as they are right in front of me. I'll also use the IFF interrogator. Now since I've used the IFF interrogator, the targets that appeared in front of me, they vanished, but they should equal to sign, which means they are friendlies. So this is how it works. And I'm moving the radar designator cursor so that I can slew targets. And the targets have appeared again in front of me, and I notice that there are like a T sign that they appear, means that right now they are neutral. However, to identify them, I'll use the IFF mode to identify them, and as soon as I've pressed this button, they both have shown equal to sign, means they are friendlies. And here they are right over here on the map. These are MiG-21s, and I am flying a MiG-21, and we belong to the same Croatian Air Force, so we are friendlies. So guys, this is how the basic function of the radar works. This video is going to be lengthy, as this is going to present several facts and operations of the radar. Now I'll use the IFF interrogator again as per the instructions of the AI, but since I've already explained it to the viewers, there's no need. So guys, this was the basic operation of the MiG-21 radar. If you like my page, do subscribe. I'll be coming with more videos of the MiG-21. Thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.